Hi you guys, welcome to today's video. Today I wanted to share with you guys my easy meal planning strategy that allows me to stay organized and meal plan while also being lazy and not putting too much effort into it because I'm busy. I don't always think about it. I don't want to spend a ton of time on my meal plan. I've got kids I homeschool, activities we do. Like, there's just a lot going on and I don't have a ton of spare brain parts to put into my meal plan every week. So there are some things I do to make it easier for myself, and I thought it would be handy to share with you, especially for this time of year since we're all going back to school, back to homeschool in my case, and it's just that time of year where we kind of need that consistency. We need dinner to be ready some nights like right away when we need it. We just need one less thing to think about, right? So I thought I would share my tips with you and hopefully someone out there finds these helpful and it can make your life just a little bit easier. So if you've never seen my face before, then hello, my name is Rainbow. Yes, really. And my channel is a little bit of everything. I do motherhood, lifestyle, cozy things. I vlog quite often, but then I also do sit down videos like this where I just share lots of different things. I'm a little bit of a dabbler in life. Like, I've got homeschool content, I have birth and pregnancy stuff because I'm currently pregnant, and we're gearing up for a home birth. Sometimes I share parenting bits, sometimes I share tips and tricks. It's just whatever the heck I feel like sharing really is what my channel is. So hello, welcome. So it is no secret around here that our family is really big on rhythm. Not schedules, but rhythm. Just the heartbeat of the home, that steady, lovely, cozy rhythm that lets everybody know what to expect with each day while still leaving flexibility for life. Our early days of homeschooling were very Waldorf inspired, and so we've carried a lot of those things with us through our older years and just into other areas of our life. And in the heart of that rhythm is coming together every day for a family meal. We don't do this in the summer as much because we're busier, it's more free flowing. The kids are out playing with friends. We're like going on adventures, camping, things like that. So in the fall, we really come back to that family dinner. We find so much value in coming together at the end of the day. Because on some days that might be the only time we really come together besides bedtime, and that can be really important and a really steady foundation for your family is that mealtime. So being able to organize that mealtime without feeling crazy is so important to me. There's a lot of research and studies on the benefit of coming together for a family meal. It doesn't have to be daily, but at least like some sort of rhythmic schedule, at least a few times a week. And those studies have found that families who get together for meal times, those children have better academic performance, higher self-esteem, higher self-confidence. They tend to be more resistant. It can lower the risk of things like substance abuse, teen pregnancy, and even depression. And it lowers the risk of eating disorders and obesity even in children. So there are a lot of studied benefits to coming together for the family meal. And I know it sounds like crazy, like really just like eating together as a family, but coming together as a family, sharing a meal, there are so many benefits. So it's something that our family takes really seriously, and it's a practice that it changes our entire day. We definitely notice when we're not meeting together as a family as much like in the summertime, and everybody feels so much better when we come together in the fall. So again, that rhythm is so important for us, and it's really just the anchor of the day where everybody can come together, talk about our days, de-stress. It's that safe point. We all know what to expect. It's coming, and it's something the whole family can really look forward to. Okay, so enough about that. Meal planning. How do I make meal planning easier? Because some people, they sit and they meticulously plan out recipes and stuff every week. That is not me. It is not what you're gonna find here. I am a huge fan of work smarter, not harder in my life whenever I can, because I just don't want to spend unnecessary time when I could do something just as efficiently or just as well in an easier way. So the first thing I would tell anybody to do, and something I do, is create a master list of recipes or meal ideas or whatever it is that you know for a fact your family will eat. I'm not even gonna say your family likes, because not everybody in the family likes meals. Like there's some meals that are one person's favorite in my house and the other person really doesn't like them. But that doesn't mean we're not gonna like not make that meal. But everybody will eat it, right? So make a list of recipes and meal ideas that you know your family enjoys, you know your family will eat. When you put it down, they'll eat at least some of it. Everybody will be fed. Usually in most families, this gives you a pretty decent list to work from. When you think of it, doesn't have to be anything, that just what works for your family, whether that's a scratch lasagna or whatever, or you know, dino nuggets and fries, whatever. Just make a list of things that you know your family enjoys, so you kind of have this master pull from list. And then, so that doesn't get dull, you can go in and update it every few months to change tastes, recipe ideas. Maybe you found a better recipe for that. Change it with the seasons, because you don't want to necessarily be eating a bunch of soup and stews in the summer, but we really enjoy those things in the fall and winter. So just go back and kind of update that master list. Or maybe you want to be really organized one day and do kind of like a summer one and a fall one or whatever. But I like the idea of going back and kind of editing it to suit our family's ever-evolving changing tastes and needs and desires. Now this is not going to be a super long video, because again, I kind of stick to the keep it simple stupid method. And you know, kiss, I'm not calling anybody stupid, don't worry. And what I do is I use categories or themes in my meal plans to make it so much easier. So I'll go over and share like what my meal plan is, but basically I assign a day to some sort of theme or category. And so that when I make my meal plan and my grocery list once a week, I can just go in and plug in all of the meals that I want to cook that week that fall into that category. I'm going to give you some examples in case that sounds confusing. But there are so many categories and themes. Like this is an endless list. Come up with whatever you want. Change it out as often as you want. But this just helps you know what is happening on what day. Sorry, my dishwasher just kicked in. So that it's not some scramble to think of recipes, think of ideas, think of all these things. It's just like, okay, I know this night is this night, so I'm gonna make this. So those categories and themes could be Mexican night, small bites night, where you do like small bits of things. That's where your chicken nuggets would come in, or your like dumplings, or you wanna do like charcuterie kind of spread, crackers and cheeses, small finger vegetables like finger foods, or small bites, or like, you know, where your air fryer is really just going to be your best friend that night. That's a category. Pasta, soup, pizza and burgers, Sunday roast if you're feeling fancy, eat out night, nobody's judging, crockpot night, breakfast for dinner, grill night, kids cook night, leftover night. You know, like there's so many different categories. So what I do to break this down and make this is literally simplified such a huge part of meal planning that it's not daunting, and I stick to my meal plan now and I actually make it. Because there were a lot of times where I was like, oh, I'm busy, and I just went and shopped and the week was a mess and I was stressed because I didn't know what to make and I was trying to figure it out every night. This took out all of that and just created ease in my meal planning. So for me, our week looks like we do Sunday roast, because we like to do, and Sunday roast doesn't mean like a roast. I know I have a lot of Americans who watch, so I guess it's probably more of like a British / maybe like British Canadian thing. So it's just like a more, you know, fancy dinner, like a nicer dinner. You cook more. It's just something a little more special. So maybe that, like maybe on a Sunday roast day, because we're almost always home on Sundays. So that's a day I might do, like, I might make some more elaborate dish, or I might roast a whole chicken, or we'll do a big roast and potatoes and carrots in the works, like Sunday roast day. Mondays are really busy for us because my kids have extracurricular activities right around dinner time. So that is crock pot day for me, crock pot or Instant Pot. So I will make sure that I have something that can be crock potted. So this means when I'm making my meal plan, I'm like, okay, what are we gonna have for Sunday roast? What am I gonna put in the crock pot this week? And then I can just like add those things in. Monday is crock pot night. Tuesday's Taco Tuesday. Just keep it simple. Wednesday we do breakfast for dinner. Thursday we do, and my husband cooks the breakfast for dinner. That's like his night. Thursday we do like soup and sandwich night. That way, if somebody doesn't like the soup, because not everybody likes soup or doesn't always like every single kind, there's a sandwich option for you. If you don't want to have both, you can have one or the other. Friday we do pizzas, but it's not always, I have like 3 different options. We have homemade pizzas, where I'll make dough really quick, which it's very simple. And we'll just do like little hand stretched pizzas. Sometimes I do them on naan bread, or sometimes we'll order a pizza. Those all count as pizza night for me. And then Saturday night, because we do family movie night on Friday too, to go with the pizzas. And then Saturday night is pasta night for us. So I'll do some form of pasta. I've got like 4 different kinds of spaghetti I make. And my favorite thing about this is I am a huge leftover person. I love leftovers, but I like them for lunch, because lunch is the hardest meal of the day for me, especially as a homeschooling mom. I do not have time to think of lunch every day, and it gets boring. So I love having a solid meal that I had already cooked that I can just warm up the next day. I like to warm things on the stove to make them a little better. Some things get warmed in the microwave. Sorry if you can hear my kids, they're playing games in the basement. But it saves me to just be able to have a good, solid, hearty meal in the middle of the day that I don't have to think about after we're done all our school lessons, and we might be like eating really quick before we go play with friends or go to a field trip or do whatever we're doing. It saves my behind to have leftovers, and so having my meal plan also for dinners also kind of saves me for lunch. So again, that is like my secret, is I just have a theme for every single day, and I change it if we feel like that needs to be changed. But thankfully there's enough variation within those themes. Like breakfast could be so many things. Even pizza night doesn't feel restrictive for us, because there's like 4 different ways we can do pizza. You could do pizza and burger night if you wanted to really mix it up. And on Mondays, when I do like that crock pot or Instapot, sometimes if, let's say, you know, when you go to if Costco shoppers, you'll know if you like see something like, oh, they got a new burger kit we want to try. I'll throw that in on Monday because I know that's quick. So I'll just kind of do like Monday is like quick meal. So usually quick meal to me means crock pot or Instapot. But yeah, it's just like so easy that we can plug it in. Like there's so many different ways to do tacos. So Taco Tuesday is perfect for us. So this has really changed the game for me and made it so much easier for me to organize, and I just plug it into my planner as I plan the next week out. I then build my grocery list for whatever the heck I'm cooking that week, and away I go. I save so much money this way. I cannot even tell you the difference between not meal planning and meal planning, like how much money I spend on groceries that week. Meal planning is so cheap, where sometimes I come in way under grocery budget and I'm like, wow, I have extra cash, that's nice. So not only is it way cheaper, but it's way easier, because then you're not constantly looking at a fridge full of supplies and being like, what am I gonna make? I feel like I wasted so much more food when I do that, and when I did that, than I do now meal planning. I only buy what I need to plug into the meal plan, really. And so there's not a bunch of extras that didn't get used. I'm not buying a bag of Costco bell peppers if I don't need those, you know? So I'm not like constantly throwing things out every week. So it definitely saves in that area too. Because I feel so bad when I throw out food. Like it just makes me feel horrible, but it happens. So this definitely makes it happen much less. The lunches thing I talked about, that is seriously a saving grace for me. And then the other thing is just everybody, including me, especially me, feels better when they're just well fed, you know? Everybody who's like, I'm sitting down to a nice warm lovely meal, mom didn't have to break a sweat and do all of this effort, or dad or whoever is cooking. My husband is usually working around dinner time, so I handle dinner most nights. But everybody just feels better when they've been fed a good solid healthy meal, and we've had our time around the table and there's leftovers for tomorrow. It just makes everything flow so much smoother. Bedtime goes better. Everything is just nicer, I find. Let me know if you guys find the same, because it's just like, it's such a game changer. But again, I don't have time to sit there and create different elaborate recipes from my cookbooks every single week to make beautiful meals for my family. Keep it simple, and at least it's being done, right? Like a meal plan is a meal plan, no matter what it looks like. Now, you don't need something fancy to do this. There are meal planning apps, a ton of them. There are some really, really great meal planning apps. I don't personally find I use those. I just plug all my meals into my planner. So I am a planner girl. I'm a paper planner person. I know I'm kind of in the minority there. So I keep a paper planner. I actually use it every day. That's how I stay organized, because I might come across as an organized person, but I'm not. It's just because I keep a planner and I can check things off. I like lists. And so I just plug our meal plan stuff into my planner because I have it. But there are a lot of apps that you could use. There's so many cute printables on Pinterest. I like to just get a little dollar store like lamination sleeve where you can just slip whatever printable you put in the laminated sleeve, put it on your refrigerator, and then you can just use a dry erase marker to write on it or check it off, and then you can wipe it off every week and reuse it. So really do whatever works for you. Don't let anybody make you think that you need to do something fancy or super labor inducive to just feed your family. So keep it simple. Those are my tips. I hope this was helpful for you guys and not incredibly dull, but I've been talking to my friends a lot about meal planning lately, and I was like, maybe I should make a video about this because this saved my sanity. And like tonight, I know exactly what we're having for dinner, and I had leftovers for lunch after our first day back to school, and it was glorious. And I didn't have to sweat it, and everybody's happy and well fed. And you can't really ask for much more, can you? So let me know if you meal plan down below, or if you are really excited to start and you've just been maybe intimidated by the idea. Let me know what you do. I love to see what you do. Or even if you want to share, like if you have a link or a recipe you want to share with everybody, and like, here's my favorite recipe for this, feel free. I love when the community comes together in the comments and shares with each other. You never know what you'll find. I really appreciate that. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you are all really well and having a lovely week, and we will see you in my next one. Bye, you guys.